bYc.
You are now listening to Bringing the Classics Radio.
bYc.
I said they don't call me Mr. Classic for nothing.
Bringing the classics.
Yeah. We are live back once again. Bringing you Classics Radio. It's your boy Biz Billa, but you can call me Biz for short. Bringing you the finest in battle rap week to week. I'm sorry for the delay in this episode. I had a trip, you know what I'm saying? The holiday was going on. A lot been going on at work, so I had to take a little break. And we back with another episode of bYc, Bringing you Classics Radio, talking about battle rap, like I said before. So today we got a lot of things I want to get into. I guess we'll start off. I definitely want to start off with some music. We'll get to that in one moment, but we'll start off with some music. I also want to get into something that I wanted to do in the last episode, but you know, it was the first. I was just trying to get a feel for it. We're definitely going to do a top 5, maybe each week or every other week. But today's top 5, I want to do the top 5 MCs that need a push in battle rap in 2018. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. But the meat and potatoes of this episode is definitely the Smack Volume 1 event. Just went down this weekend. You know, private event. If you weren't in the building, you had to watch on watchbattlelive.com. So if you didn't see the pay-per-view, I know you're going to stick around and see what we think about it here on bYc Radio. Let's do it, man. But most importantly, I told you, we want to showcase these battle MCs' music. Yeah. So shout out to my man Brizz Rawsteen, Raw Authentic, the Raw Tape. This song's called Smokescreen on bYc Radio. Chill.
Who say they best, man? Let's bet if they placing them wagers a major. Separate me from fake entertainers, touche, sipping Douce, and I saved the container to remind me of times I was broke. Sipping Bud Ice and Bud Life, love nights, bumping pop, thug life, swisher sweet roll with that purple haze, Bud like your wifey like me on the low. That's fucking up your love life. I fucking give her love right, just make sure that the glove tight. I'm awesome, I'm fucking awesome, I'm fucking awesome, I'm fucking awesome. Mink rugs, you fucking lost 'em. We hire motherfuckers and toss 'em, we fucking bosses. I'm on planes, headphones plugged, I'm fucking talking to a bitch about what college she picking. And when she trying to get with me, she grown enough to make them kind of decisions. Fuck what you driving, my nigga, cause at heart I'm still a Lamborghini, and you a Bonneville nigga. I keep trying this liquor, shot after shot, it's like I'm trying to get sicker. Get the choking when that chronic is lit up, yeah, you got it, my chin up. And to be honest, my nigga, when I walk in the room, dude, you probably should sit up. I'm sick, this disease you can't try to get rid of. I need guap, nice spots in a villa with chocolate vanilla, with mozzarella. It's black and white bitches with cheese, dipping with ease. They see me, I leave. I'm Rawsteen, tall, lean, with a long thing. So she called me every time that pussy wet. I pick up when that phone ring. Told her I don't own you, baby girl. Go do your own thing. Get your money right and try to own things. Till then, goddamn, we roll up. See the smoke coming from the window. Every goddamn time that we roll up. Yeah, nigga, that's my favorite tune. Your baby mama love it when I sing it too. I bring her through with my niggas. She probably bring a friend or two. I could say your name, but you would probably be offended, dude. So I'd rather not mention you. Where was I at? Anyway, bottles of whatever you like to sip. I got this shit. Quit flogging. Never made the money off your block and shit. And if you did, where your profit went? I mean, what you profited? We run the city like a Gotham, bitch. Your lap dances compliment to a topless chick. I'm the monster, the Loch Ness that locked this shit. Ain't it obvious that I'm a trendsetter? I mean, ain't you copying? Or did you think you made that up? Well, fuck out of here. I'm so beyond past niggas, beyond ass niggas. They don't know what we on ass niggas. Give a fuck about y'all. Self-made, I did enough without y'all. Dark side.
What I do? What I do? Like to introduce myself. I am
the Illest.
6 deep, bitch. Rough, rugged, and raw, motherfucker. I'm going in. I rhyme, zany as ever. You can't compare to my brainy endeavors. The craziest fella, that's why they pay me for lectures. My brain is wildin'. I'm having reoccurring nightmares of being stuck in insane asylums on Satan's Island. My characteristics, cannibalistic. Soon as you standing in this pit, I can't stand your existence. The land of the misfits, Pontiac, straight off of the porch, nigga. I'm from the Yak, but to be exact, I'm a North nigga. More iller, more sicker, torch niggas, whore driller. The game impregnated these lames, so I'll abort niggas. I could blow up Pontiac City from an Iraqi phone. Evil dick in my jeans, it could break up a happy home. That's it, give me a gat that's chrome, give me my fucking thong, give me the bucks that's old, or leave me the fuck alone. I don't give a fuck about these lame niggas. I gave game to the niggas that game y'all, so I indirectly raised niggas. Nigga. And the crowd goes wild. Oh yeah. I am YTB, ho. We're fucking and raw, bitch. 16. Yeah. Well, I'm your Pontiac resident. Well, call me your nemesis. Niggas wanna treat me like a Yaktown immigrant. Ignorant, tripping on the broads that I kick it with. I ain't trying to hear all that shit, bitch. Kicks my dick again. Fuck who's spitting it. Flows magnificent. Plus, I roll with niggas that's just as sick as this. Any blasphemy towards my faculty is not condoned. Throwing rocks at the throne, my nigga, that can get you gone. Lyrical Huey Newton. These niggas cocking burners, waving them around, but don't know who he's shooting. Miss me with your pollution. All of my soldiers moving. Rough, rugged, and raw, my nigga, proof is in the pudding. That's how I stay off. Most of this battle rap is like playoffs. Treat this rap game like Bernie, just how I made off. Stay off my dick, triple all my click. Stop saying you ill, motherfucker, that's my shit. The illest. And the crowd goes wild. Nigga, I am. It's public service announcements for all you whack MCs, you know what I'm talking about? Triple R's in your area, nigga. Rough, rugged, and raw, bitch. 6D till I'm 60. YTB, how?
Now it's fuck the politics. Dot mob, y'all know who niggas is riding with. Stop hating and acknowledge it. From the streets to the college kids, I've been sneaking them oxys in. You know me, I'm all with it. Get them killed for raffle, you know, a small ticket. I'll do the operation if you frogs ribbit. No period, probably get me a long sentence. Dot mob, I'm with the same clip. Ain't changed shit, the alterations they made sense. Knife game like I started Blade 6. Customers come like roaches until they raid shit. Dot album that's spinning in the car, feeling like Blizzard in the bar. Try me and live, I guarantee that you wishing on a star. Whatever left of your brain, they getting off the tar. My son's 7, I talk to him while the sun's setting. Few minutes away from getting them gun lessons. Dot mob, nigga, what I stand for. We in the building, warn the landlord. If you love him, tell him what you took the stand for. Take his life to expand yours. Move, this my last 100 grams. Tired of talking to these niggas that never understand.
We back, bYc Radio, your boy Biz Bella. You call me Biz for short. Bringing you the finest in battle rap every week. You know how I go. So basically, we're going to get right into this next section. Battle reviews of the week. You know it just went down. Smack Volume 1. Crazy event. Definitely going to get into it right away. So go ahead and cue my music.
URL Smack Volume 1.
Okay, so first of all, man, gotta salute them for putting together a dope card as usual. URL doing what they do best. Avocado, amazing job on the stream. You know, I had a few problems watching it on the computer, so I had to switch it over to the PlayStation. The PlayStation started acting up, so I had to go and watch it on the phone, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, it was a quality stream once I got it up and going, and I was definitely pleased. And before I get into each breakdown, because I know some of y'all have heard about the controversy of the nights, and I'll give my thoughts and whatnot, but I gotta salute all the battle rappers for showing up. You know what I'm saying, over this calendar year, we've had a lot of no-shows and a lot of wild stuff going on in battle rap. So first of all, thank you for everybody for showing up. Now, did they show up and show out? We're gonna talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, nice touch. It really felt gritty. It really felt like them smack battles back on the DVDs when all of us used to cop them on Jamaica Ave in Queens. You know, shout out to my QU dudes. But you know, just a nice touch, nice feel. Took it back to the essence. I don't know whose idea it was, but a nice touch with the Mobb Deep joints. Like, definitely, you know, the Drop a Gem, all the other classics from that grimy era, from the essence of this street shit. You know how it go, you know. And I feel like it's going to be the first of many. I think this is definitely going to be an imprint that's definitely going to stick around. And I'm definitely happy with the card as a whole. It was a lot of hype coming into it, and it definitely led up to it, besides a few disappointments. We're going to get into that right now. So let's go ahead and set it off. First battle of the night. Who we got?
Jerzey versus New Jersey Twork.
Okay, so JC versus New Jersey Twork. I had this as the battle of the night coming in. Not to say that it wasn't, but you know, I felt one man pretty much won this one. Well, I guess that's how it would have turned out either way, but you get what I'm saying. I felt like it was pretty clear. I didn't feel like it was as close as some of the other matchups we had tonight, but that's debatable. We're gonna get into that. So let's go ahead and break it down. You know, first round, you know what I'm saying? I was noticing that JC definitely feeds off energy. And he had some mean punches in his first. And the crowd was definitely rocking with him. And he was in his bag early. You know, he had some dope Twork name flips. You know, Vince's JC confident with the cadence and the crazy wordplay. And I definitely felt like he had a very solid first round. Now going into Twork's first round, you know, about 8 bars in, I started thinking about what Jay Black said on Champion about the size difference, the stature of New Jersey Twork standing, you know, 6+ feet, you know, standing over JC, you know, who's on the shorter side, and he's just barking down on him. How's that going to look in the room? And, you know, honestly, that definitely played a big factor in what I saw off rip. You know, it just, he was towering over him, just talking down on that man. And, you know, 8 bars in, that's all I could think of. Shout out to Champion. But, you know, the Friday lines, they never get old. He had a funny one I won't give away. I was definitely digging that. And I don't know if this was a Nitty flip, but he had a setup that reminded me of the headshot your mom's sister. But the way he came with it, yo, crazy. Definitely one of the quotables of the first round. I won't give it away. But honestly, with everything that I said, I felt like JC was just more consistent all the way through. Twork definitely had some haymakers in that round, but I felt like JC had a little bit more. He was a little more consistent in that first round. I got JC 1-0 going into the second now. In the second, JC comes out punching. He had a fire Family Matters bar. Definitely was feeling that. You know, he stumbled hard, not going front, but he picked it back up quickly. You know, decent punches all throughout. But, you know, nothing as memorable as that first round where I felt like he was very consistent. You know, besides, he had a little line in there where he addressed Lux. He addressed Lux late in the round, and I was feeling that. But besides that, I felt like the first round was definitely more memorable for JC. So with that said, New Jersey Twork in the bottom of the second had a crazy setup to open the round. And he spoke on Lux and proceeded to just bar this man's life away. I mean, I felt like Twork had a very, very strong second round. And he was getting, what I noticed, you know, when you in a small room, it's not like the fan, because I've been in them big venues, Irving Plaza and all that, and it's like, it's almost like the fans are anticipating that one bar that they can just sit back and go crazy for. But it's like when you're in a small room, you really do get natural raw reactions where you hear that bar and you're like, yo, you know what I mean? You get that natural jazz face. So it was a lot of that in the second round, and I felt like that mixed in with just great performance and all-out dominance. I felt like Twork won that second round. We got it 1-1 going into the third. In the third, JC definitely came out aggressively with punches that were definitely landing. I was feeling that irony bar. That was crazy. The logo bar was fucking nuts. Slept on in the building, but, you know, on cam, we gonna definitely love that one. He had another bar that even impressed Twork, and it was a very solid round, man. Haymakers throughout, a few dry spots, but the clean haymakers would definitely score points if this was boxing, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good round from JC in that third. With that said, New Jersey Twork is breaking him down in this bottom of the third. From the intricate JC flips to his dance moves to Chris Stokes, and then how he brought it all back together in that scheme was very, very clever, man. And it was just more haymakers followed by, you know, I mean, just punches after punches, and they're the kind that connect. We were talking about boxing earlier. These are the kind of punches that land, and you look throughout the ring and all you see is flash bulbs going off because people want to remember that moment. They want to catch that moment on their phone or on their camera. He was having big moments in that third round, and he did it all without the signature move. He didn't have to go to the madness. He didn't even pull it out, and he won this round. To me, I wouldn't say clearly, but he did enough to when you watch these two rounds back. I mean, when you watch these two verses back in this round, I feel like Twork really left some lines that you're gonna be saying for the next following weeks to come, because it's just crazy, man. I think this is a dope battle, but honestly, I'm edging Twork 2-1. Now, JC, what we gonna do, man? You got a debatable on your hands. I'm not gonna argue with anybody that said you won the third, but I felt like Twork just went off. And what are we doing about this whole Lux thing, you know? Because I still feel like it'd be a dope battle, you know. I still feel like JC can give, you know, Lux a great battle, but is he worthy is what I guess people are saying after the debatable with Mac. Still got to see that on cam. What was the other recent battle? I mean, the thing I always go back to is Big K, you know. Like, there's a couple battles in recent memory where, you know, I got T-Top as well at Traffic. You know, it's questionable whether or not JC has been victorious in a couple of these battles, but nonetheless, I got New Jersey Turks 2-1. What's the next battle on the schedule, man?
Shotgun Suge versus Mike P.
Definitely a battle I enjoyed. Mike P, Shotgun Suge. You know, a lot of people were saying random when they announced this battle, but I like to give battles a chance, man. Like, this one definitely impressed, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. First round, Mike P off rip, opening setup was mean. I mean, I was literally sitting there hearing my Vada voice, watching the pay-per-view, screaming, "Go!" You know what I'm saying? Gotta definitely give a moment. I gotta give a moment for Mike P calling Shotgun Sugar a pile of pulled pork. I mean, honestly, if nobody else laughed at that, I definitely did. I was digging the delivery in this round from Mike P over the content. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't crazy about the jokes at the end of the round. You know, it was a good round. He had some strong bars in there, but overall, I felt like it was a beatable round going into the bottom of the first for Suge. And Suge comes out the gate with dope movie references, police flips, flipping Mike P's last name for those who don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Suge could have won this round off of name flips alone, man. And you know, I told my boy he was just moving him around that ring, man. I mean, he was just moving his performance, that presence. I ain't even really gotta get into the bars and anything. Like, Suge just had control of the room, and I felt like he easily took what I felt was a beatable round for Mike P in that first. He started off good, and he finished strong, you know what I'm saying? 1-0 Suge going into the second round. Mike P looked more polished in this round, though, exposing Suge on bars, talking that gang shit. Very good first half of the round. He came out strong. It was a good finish, And I definitely felt it was a better round for him. So going into the bottom of the second, I felt like Suge couldn't just come with the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He got to come with it because Mike P definitely put something on him in the top of that half of that round. Suge comes out with Italian flips. He's going hard with that. I mean, he really dug into the Italian flips. We'll get into that in a second. He had a fire Mike Tyson bar. Of course, he had to dig into the movie references. That was dope as well in this round. And while the Italian bars were funny, it got tiring in what was, you know, a lackluster round. I felt like my thing is, it had its moments, but if he would have just got off the Italian jokes and then just kept it pushing back to that gutter grimy shit that we know Suge for, I think he just would have run his round easily. But I felt like he kind of left the door open, kind of joking around with Mike P, and I edged Mike P in this round. We got it 1-1 going into the third. So Mike P set the stage in the third for a deep discussion, and I felt like it was the perfect setting for us. Everybody's going to listen. It's in a small room, so, you know, you're going to have the attention and the ears of the room. And it was a very solid setup. You know, Suge disregarded it. And although I appreciate the angle and I thought it was dope, I wonder, is it effective against a dude like Suge that's loading clips for you in his round? And you know what I figured? I figured if Suge came with a good round, it's going to end up being preference in this round, honestly, because even though it was directed at Suge, the angle that he took, it was more of, this is what my life like, and you know, you can't judge me for it type shit. That's how I took it, at least. But the Suge flips were very dope nonetheless. He came back, getting back into his bag. The Suge flips were very dope in his third round. Fire movie reference of his own. Can't wait till y'all see that. But this is where things flip. It was one line that kind of caught my attention, and it was right before the round ended. It was kind of like the believability came into the situation, you know. I believe Mike P said something about getting Suge removed from Jerzey. And yeah, it may have been just a simple bar, setup, whatever. But it's like the believability. Is Mike P really going to keep Suge from going anywhere in Jerzey? Is he gonna bully Suge around? And as I say that, it was one of the few bars that ended the round, and Suge comes back and he's already off rip bullying you. You know what I'm saying? The fire dirty cop bar off rip. The Michael Dow bar was fire. Suge talking to his soul about getting duffed in the battle. Suge just continued to get disrespectful. And, you know, back to believability. Suge talking that block talk, and it's effective. It's just like seeing Twork standing and towering over JC. You know, it is what it is when you see Suge next to Mike P. You know, who's moving who? You know what I'm saying? It has, I know it shouldn't take that much of an effect on the battle. I know that. But when the battle is this close, you got it 1-1 going into the third, and you got Mike P saying, I'm gonna keep you out of Jerzey. You gotta move through me type shit, you know, and then Suge coming back, barring your life away, moving you all around this small room ring with shoulder shrugs and pocket checks. You know what I'm saying? The edge gotta go to Suge, you know what I'm saying? And the way he ended it was dope, which, well, what he later admitted on Champion was improvising, like I said, that signature move, that pocket check. And I felt like that not that just alone, but just that bully effect really took home the win for Suge. And I felt like it was a close battle. Some of y'all may disagree. Some of y'all may feel like Mike P won. Like I said, it's all about how you feel about that angle he took about what your life like at the beginning of the round. I thought it was dope, but at the same time, I felt like Suge was more direct, and he bullied the hell out of Mike P. Pocket checked him out his Dockers. And I got Suge 2-1. We're going to get to the next battle. After this break, we're going to get into some music. It's new Verb right here. It's Christmas time, so you know we got to get into a little Christmas joint right here. bYc Radio.
Yeah,
Shit.
huh? Chillin'.
You are now listening to Brizz Radio.
Happy holidays. God is good. I got Slim. My pockets fat. Me
me and being broke had to parted ways. Youngest, let me tell you, a woman's beauty is all a phase. Fuck her 50 times, then you bored. Pussy is all the same. OG out here now, cause I'm corner made. Grew up around all the gangs, grew up around all the dope. Later this recording came. First, I'm with all the smoke. Records, I just harvest pain, letting my emotions soak. Yo, fuck the fear factor, I rap for the soul. Fuck how you feel after, cuz didn't live to see this chill factor. Crack the 40 open, get a sip, and then I feel sad. I'm a real nigga, yeah, I cry, but these tears better than bird batter. Tell ya, this is not success, I am a failure. I fucked up so much money, I need prayer. I ask God for favors like, please fill up my savings. I know we all gotta die, so I ain't asking you to save us. Yo, what y'all wanna hear propaganda about me? Chilling in the Hamptons, in a hammock, big booty bitch ass like a pamper, calling me handsome on camera, twisting my hands up, screaming gang gang, bunch of slander, not a chance cuz, I'm a man cuz, fuck your fan club. Deposit talk make my hands rub, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. The more money you get, the more drama come. The more drama come, the more straps you buy. The more straps you buy, the more relaxed you get. This street shit crazy, I don't understand this shit. Yo, I had dreams of being the last nigga that Dre just signed, or throwing up that beta sign. Tell a hoe on a nigga, I can read these suckers, and yeah, they the kind. Clouded thoughts in my jaded mind, I should pray this time. Dawg, if a bitch fuck with me, she better stay in line. But if she get cocky and try to stray, that's fine. I don't expect you to be straight up cause you curvy, and that's how hoes design. Hey yo, I hate these battle rap niggas. They be worried about who the best is. Man, I'm worried about where the check is. You niggas ain't my opponents, y'all my investments. That's why I treat you niggas like step kids. That's why I treat you niggas like step kids.
Yeah, we back live, bYc Radio, bringing you classics radio. Shout out to Ave Verb, night before Christmas right there. If you like what you hear, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you got to do to support. It is much appreciated. Speaking of support, we got to shout out our sponsors, Skreet Media. This section is brought to you by Skreet Media. Shout out to my man, True Holic. Follow him on Instagram, I am Holic. This section is called Ask the Streets. And last week, I asked my man Far who he thought would win on Traffic between Twork and Disaster. You know, we see how that turned out. This week, I'm asking you, who would you like to see on Smack Volume 2? Personally, I like to see Ave Verb. That's why I put his song right there. But you let us know. Leave it in the comments. Ask the Streets, brought to you by Skreet Media. Once again, shout out to my man True Holic. Shout out to my man Q. Vito, you already know how that go. And without further ado, who's next on the battle card?
K-Shine versus Danny Myers.
Yeah, man. This is a matchup that I was also looking forward to. A lot of animosity in this matchup. Well, anytime you got K-Shine, you got a lot of aggression in there. So, Danny Myers versus K-Shine. They've been calling him Pay-Shine lately. I think that's going to change after this battle. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But first off, I want to say I don't know if this was after the battle. I just want to say salute to Shine for showing some professionalism. He's come a long way. You know, some things happened in this battle that we're going to get into in the review that he may have reacted a little more. Let me slow down for a second, because he did react when you know, there was some touching and bumping and all that going on. But at the same time, I had started to say he's come a long way, because, you know, we remember him and Rock getting into it so many different times, so many different occasions. I thought it was dope him and Rock intro the battle together, and he was showing love, you know what I'm saying? He's come a long way. We all know K-Shine can be a hothead at times, but I appreciate him keeping his composure, because he could have lost his cool in this battle in a couple different instances, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But let's go ahead and start on the first round between K-Shine and Danny Myers. Shine set it off first. I was loving the name flips and the energy from Shine off rip, and it was definitely looking like he didn't come to play. You know, he brought what we know Shine for, what we love Shine for. You know what I'm saying? Really in his bag early. And, you know, I've seen Shine in a small room twice out here in Atlanta, and that's his comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember him versus Rocky. I see what he do. I ain't got to tell y'all. So you know, all of his punches were landing, the charisma, the jokes, the metaphors, everything was just hitting. It wasn't his longest round, but it was a very strong round for Sean in the first, you know. Let's go ahead and talk about the bottom of the I was going to say the bottom of the inning. I got to start watching baseball. Let's talk about the bottom of the round. Danny Myers was talking dirty early. I like where he was going early. And, you know, he touched Sean, and like I said before, Sean is known to react. He slapped his arm away. Meyer continued to go in. He had some dope lines about the pregnancy and the birth. You know, K-Sean just had a child recently. Just some real dope Sean flips from Danny, and he was really carrying that West Coast flag proud. But honestly, I didn't think it was nothing he could do that would make me think any differently. It was 1-0 Sean as soon as I heard Sean finish his round. I mean, Myers had a decent round, but I don't think it was enough to beat Sean in that first. Let's go ahead and talk about the second. You know, Sean comes out swinging. Crazy Dot and Danny bar that he put together. I thought that was bar. I thought that was a nice bar. Fireball at the fireball. It was interrupted by a little bumping match. Like I said, nothing comes of that. But like I said, stay tuned. He had a birthday bar that was hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He was really going in line after line. A very solid round, but I felt like it ended weird. But nonetheless, I still feel like it was a solid round. You know, but he did leave the door open. So let's see what Myers could do. Myers continues to talk dirty. He's on fire early, and he's talking about K-Sean's anger issues, and he's just bringing these intricate metaphors that we know Danny Forbes is vintage Danny Myers. And honestly, without getting too deep into it, I felt like it was a clear win in this round for Danny Myers. He brought, like I said about Sean in the first round, he brought what we love Danny Myers for, and he won this round to me very clearly. 1-1 going into the third. Sean brought more of that flavor that we were loving him for in the first round. Well, at least I was loving him for in the first round. The charisma, the jokes. He had the 12K angle, and he had straight room control in the small room. You know, the worst life decisions. That's going to be a theme for the night when you watch this battle back. And Sean honestly did it correct between the two of them. I mean, he did it. You know, I give Sean credit because the pissed off meter, for those of y'all that watch The Breakfast Club, the pissed off meter for K-Sean was pretty high, but he did a great job to keep his composure and finish the round real strong. I mean, all up in Danny Myers' face, calling him all out his name. It was just vintage Sean, and it was a strong finish to the third for K-Sean. And, you know, Danny Myers comes up in the bottom of the third. I like the angles early. I felt like there was some dry spots after. He got in his bag for at least 12 bars straight of straight fire. He was going in. He threw some shots at some other battle rappers, hit or miss, you know, but I just don't believe it held up to the performance that K-Sean put on in that third. I feel like Sean took the third round and won the battle 2-1, first and third. You know, like I said, it was a lot of, I talked about Sean keeping his composure and all that. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. You know, be professional, whatever. But I also love the aggression. Him and Danny bumping each other, touching one another's hat, getting in each other's face, calling them out their names. I love it. You know, that's the raw essence of what Smack was out on the streets. Rest in peace to Party Artie, PA, son. Get dirty, son. But, you know, this battle really brought that feel. Some other ones did, but this one was really a lot of aggression, a lot of tension. And we knew it was going to be that way with the way they was talking leading up to it in the trailer. So a good battle, good performance by both dudes, but I felt like K-Sean really put on a good performance, really outshined, no pun intended, Danny Myers. So 2-1 K-Sean. What's the next battle?
The return of Iron Solomon versus Rawsteen.
Yo, this was the battle of the night. I'm going to just go ahead and spoil it. I was going to save it for the end of the review. Battle of the night. Crazy. Go. All the above, man. Shout out to Butterfly. But, yo, just a dope battle. Both MCs really brought it all three rounds. I'm going to go ahead and give you my review. First round, Iron Solomon came out barring heavy. Crazy wordplay early. I mean, just schemes back to back to back. Fire round from Solomon. all in all. You know what I'm saying? But with all that said, Nitty comes out waving his pistol, and it was landed. Haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. I mean, he was just landing them. The Dipset scheme was fire. This nigga Nitty had space balls, my nigga, like astronomy balls, like for real. Like the whole round was vicious, and although Iron Solomon came with it with a dope round, I edged the run 1-0. Iron comes out in the second round. I love the Suns lines. He's talking to Rum about his block days. He had a gang scheme that had me like, sheesh. I mean, Iron Solomon's flow and wordplay was top notch in this round. I mean, even Nitty had to show love at the end of it to show what was, just had to show love for what was a strong round from Iron Solomon. And at this point, I knew we were in for what could be an instant classic if they kept up what they already had going. In the bottom half of that round, you know, hold on. we gotta have another moment. We gotta have a moment to laugh for Nitty fucking up the fact that Iron Solomon is Jewish in these punches, and he called him MC Search. I mean, that's my thing though. If you're gonna do jokes, you gotta do them right. And Rum had me dying with some of his punches in the second round. But more of the same from Rum. Just punches on top of punches. And I felt although he was landing punches and they were effective, I just felt like it wasn't better than his first, while Solomon elevated and scored the winner in his second round. So I had it 1-1 going into the third, and off the jump from Solomon, I love this veteran talk that he was pulling on Nitty. Just more clever lines from Iron Solomon. He's just out there looking comfortable, like he's back in his bag, like in his comfort zone, what he should be doing. Because, you know, we for those of y'all that really go back with Iron Solomon on what was that, the real 6 days where he was battling in the barbershops on the streets. Like Iron Solomon was one of the most wittiest. Like he had some classic rounds, some classic verses back on the DVD era, and I haven't seen him. I can't say I haven't seen him this good since then, because he's had some good performances on King of the Dot recently. He's definitely been building his brand back up. But I was just really impressed with Iron Solomon in this battle, man. And he's just landing big line after big line after these setups, man. He had a dope white MC's bar that was crazy. One of the bars hit so hard it started a chant in the small room. Y'all know what I'm talking about for those of y'all that seen the pay-per-view. But, you know, in conclusion, like I said, it's really good to see Iron Solomon doing a great round and just great verses after great verses. It's a great finish in his third on his return to Smack. Definitely redemption for the vet. But with that said, I mean, Nitty, man. All I can say about this round from Nitty is just quotable after quotable after quotable. So many bars in this round, dog. This round makes the battle even greater than what it already was. Like I said, Solomon went in. There's no question about that. And when Rum started spitting, I just had the jazz face throughout the whole round, man. Like, honestly, whoever wins this round for you wins the battle. And that's just my opinion. On first watch, I edged it to Rum. I think it's preference. It comes down to that third. I think it's an instant classic. I think it's the battle of the night. I don't have a problem with you if you say Iron Solomon won, because he was direct. He had name flips. He broke down his career, his legacy, all that. But Nitty was gun barring him to death. I mean, it's like, it reminds me of the Shotgun Suge thing. Not about believability, you know, with the Mike P thing, but it's just some of those lines just land harder and they're more effective in that small room. And I don't know. I want you to be the judge out there. For those of y'all seen it, we can talk about it in the comments. But I have Nitty edging that third. I'm not arguing with you if you said Iron Solomon won. Dope battle, instant classic battle of the night. And we're going to move on to the next battle. What it is.
Beat Magic versus
Ave 3-0, man. Ave 3-0, man. You know, I know people going to get down on Magic, but I just gotta have this talk real quick, man, because bMagic is definitely in my top 5 favorite battle rappers of all time. From the clever punchlines to the melodic flows that he had, man, the dude Magic definitely left his mark. I love the QP battle with Charlie Clips. I watch all the times. Battle with Khan. It's so many more I can name, but you know, like Magic left his mark on the game. And you know, it's just disappointing to see him like forget his lines. I don't know if he blazing too much. I don't know what's going on with Magic that he can't remember his verses. I don't know if he getting stage fright all of a sudden. That can't be the case because he done performed in front of big crowds and done fine. I don't know if he lost his confidence. I don't know what it is, but Magic is not performing the way he's capable of. Now we can see that the bars are there because I was in the building when he lost to Bricks. He had some bars in that first round before everything went sour when he started choking. He had some good bars. PC, you know, he started off IA and everything just fell apart. Same thing with Ave. He had some bars in that first round, but none of it will ever be remembered. All we are gonna remember from this battle is Magic let us down again and choke. Like, and Magic is a fan favorite, so a lot of even though the media is gonna talk bad about him, us fans, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle right now because I'm starting this podcast radio show thing, but you know, I just hate to see this happen to Magic. Like, I don't know if he needs to take a break or just give it up altogether, but I don't want him to tarnish his legacy. He's done so much in the culture that all we gonna remember him for is stumbling and fumbling through verses. You know, I just had to say that real quick. You know, I do hope this battle sees the light of day because Ave had a very good showing in a small room setting. And, you know, why should he be punished? Because Magic didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even with that said, you know, I'm going to just leave it there, man. Enough said. Ave 3-0. And can somebody that watched the pay-per-view in the comments, can someone explain Magic's free cases line? Because he said, I give out free cases. That might have went over my head. Cause it sounded like he said he's going to plant the gun on him. I give out free cases. What, you going to snitch? Like, I don't know. It was just disappointing performance from Magic. 3-0 Ave. What's the next battle, man?
Chat versus Chef Trez.
Speaking of disappointment, Trez the Chef versus the regular weight Raekwon, as Chef Trez put it in the battle. And just another letdown, man. We're going to get into why in a second, but the first thing I noticed from Trez was his delivery was not monotone at all. That's the cadence that really got him in trouble a lot of the times, but he was in his bag. He was aggressive. He was very direct. I mean, he brought a very, very strong round. And this is exactly what I wanted to see from Trez, because what I was hoping is we get a dope chess, and we have a classic on our hands. You know, from the locked up battle rapper scheme that Trez had, that was so fire, man. Like, I was just expecting to see a classic. And just to go start on chess in his round, you know, he really reminds me of Larry Johnson. And not Grandmama from the Hornets and the Knicks back in the day. But for my NFL fans, he reminds me of Larry Johnson from the Chiefs. You know, he put up some 1,000-yard seasons in the past. He had some standout performances in past years. But as time went on, you might see flashes, but it's not what we would once used to seeing from the young bull getting busy in the man's sport. It's just not. Chess was supposed to be the next Surf, the next Rock, the next young boy, you know, next DNA, whatever, next young boy starting from the dirt and just working his way up through grime and straight talent. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's going on lately, man. You know, after a couple lines that hit hard, and you know, in the beginning, the stumbles make an early appearance. I mean, it's the same thing with Trez. I don't know if he's not prepping or short. I just don't know what it is, because these dudes have so much talent, and that's what's so difficult about being a battle rapper. That I will say, it's not like rapping when you get on a beat and you can mess up and you can have the engineer touch some things up and you can jump back in and nobody will ever know that you messed up. Battle rap, you get one chance on that stage to get your verse right, and that's it. So, you know, I don't know if these dudes need more time. You know, I used to battle rap, but it's way different. I used to have, you know, 30 rounds prepared, and I just go wherever I was battling and just, you know, let them 30 rounds go. These dudes are having months to prepare, weeks to prepare, sometimes short notice. I'm not going to act like they always have the most time to prepare, but you would think a big event like this, Trez would be able to have his bars down and not have the stumbles and whatnot. But all that said, even after the stumbles early, Trez had some very dope lines throughout his rounds. I mean, hitters. And that's why the slip-ups disappoint me. He ended the rounds just terribly, man. And you know, stumbles aside, even if Trez had put that round together, like I said, it had its moments, but Trez would have won that round anyway, man. Let's go ahead to the second. Trez rebutted his life away, 3 of them things, and after a start like that, like someone said, that's how you set it up now. Let's work. You know what I mean? Now you work. I mean, just more consistency from the chef, same energy. He kept his foot on his neck. He was making it look easy, man. Trez is looking at his phone early, even before Trez is done rapping. He's looking at his phone. He took a very long time to set it off at the top of his round. He's pacing around. He's starting and stopping, starting over a few times. And it's like, what's going on? The crowd's getting restless. It's only like 40, 50 people there. They're getting restless. Like, you know, what's the deal? Once again, as he starts spitting each bar, the confidence starts building up slowly. And once again, he's having these moments. It's like there's always these flashes of greatness. It's Larry Johnson shit. Like, he'll bust a 30-yard run, and then he'll have 3 rushes back to back that only get like 1 or 2 yards. You can't get first downs with that. You know, Trez gotta be more consistent, and he's gotta prep. He might have to take some time off. I mean, despite the slow start and the stumbles, like I said, there were flashes. But after 2 rounds, we already got a winner. It's 2-0 Trez. And then the third, Trez, more and more consistency. I mean, Trez looked defeated throughout the round that Trez was spitting. I mean, just looking at his phone. I mean, just a terrible showing in the third. More chokes. It was just disappointment. It was just disappointing, man. And I started to laugh because I just thought about something. K-Shine, man, you dead wrong for this. I don't know if anybody peeped this, but we gotta have another moment to laugh for K-Shine. When Trez was choking in his third, Sean's trying to give him a little confidence to boost him back up. But personally, I thought it was funny. Let's check that audio.
Whipping my man, I had the game whipping my man. Oh, bro, think about it. Wait, think about it. Yeah, hey, get it up, bro. Get up your chest. No pun intended. Get up your chest. Get up your chest. No pun intended. Get up your chest.
You know, but in all serious, man, just a bad performance from Trez, and I like Trez. I don't want to dog him out too bad, but it was pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? 3-0 Chef Trez. Trez, keep that same energy. You hear me? I'm going to say it one more time. Keep that same energy. I know you got some health things you're dealing with, but I hope you can bring this kind of performance to whoever is your next opponent, because I'll be looking forward to it in 2018. bYc Radio, we got one more battle left. Come on, go ahead, hit me with it so we can go ahead and get y'all people out of here. I know I got things to do. Who is it?
Brizz Rawsteen versus Ave Red.
Ave Red versus Brizz Rawsteen, another battle that definitely could have been up for battle of the night. We had some things that may have prevented it from getting there, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. Before this battle dropped, when it got announced, I originally picked Brizz. I think he's one of the best name flippers in the game. Strong performance. And that's what he brought early in the first round. The red flips were on point, especially when he got deep into it mid-round, and Brizz just brought vintage Brizz, and he did what he does. And, you know, the time limit kind of threw off the flow of the end of the round, but overall, very strong round from Brizz. Red, in the bottom of the first, built up a little slow to a strong, but he did build up to a strong Chef Trez bar. And by the time you catch that bar, Red is already just going in. Solid round for Red, but when it comes down to everything, you know, overall, I think I asked Brizz with the performance, the aggression, you know, the crowd control. He had all of his strong points on display in the first round. And that's what I think got him the edge in the first round over Red. In the second, you know, the Brizz Red flips continued. They were a little more hit and miss in this round. And just to be honest with you, I felt like Brizz put up a very beatable round. Now, in this round, old Red, I said Vince's Brizz and all the things that make Brizz what he was, and that's what won him the first round. All the things that old Red does well, he brought it in the second round, talking about vintage Red, spitting double entendres with ease, translations, and of course the witty and gritty punchlines. I mean, just an example of that vintage Red shit. It was a sports bar that really got me, man. One of these sports lines about Terrell Brandon, of course, connecting T-Top and Brizz in their names, and T-Top was right next to Brizz when it was said. It was just so perfect. It's just vintage old Red. Like, I can't put it no better than that. Red was wigging. He had so many lines that was hitting, the crowd just couldn't keep up. By the time they were reacting to the first line, he was already banging them over the head with the second and third line that had them going crazy. It was just wild. Clear win for old Red in that second round. And I guess it comes down to the third. In the third, Brizz Rawsteen showing that confidence and that energy early on and throughout the round. Took shots at Red's legacy. And they had a little funny confrontation over Brizz's main stage appearances. That's going to turn out good on cam. As I watched this round, though, I wonder, will the jokes and the witty humor be enough against the hard body flow and punchlines that old Red has been bringing in the last couple of rounds against Brizz? So another slow ending to Brizz's third. It definitely left the door open. He was very playful in this round, and off rip, Red is not playing. He's calling Brizz out for bar thievery on 2 different occasions. 2 lines that Red called him out and said that he bit right off of him, and you know, y'all can dispute it if you want, but it is what it is. And Red came out punching early, slick setups and punches that were landing hard. Although there's one thing in this round we gotta address. It could be a potential reach about Brizz, but we'll fact check that when the battle drops. You know, he said something about Brizz, something that he did for a living, but his reaction was almost like you making stuff up. So, you know, we'll get back to that when we do some more research on that here at bYc Radio. But even with that said, Brizz was a little unsportsmanlike. He was talking through Red's round. You know, sometimes you like it. Sometimes it's kind of like, I don't know if he was trying to throw him off his game or if he was upset with the time. But he was definitely a little unsportsmanlike. And it could have been one of the battles of the night. I think you can argue for that. I think Solomon and Rum really just stands out. But if not for the time constraints, I think this definitely would have been one of the main battles that people was talking about. I mean, it was the main event. I mean, they had it as the last battle of the night, so I'm sure people definitely were anticipating this matchup between Red and Brizz. But with all that said, I'm leaning towards All Red. He had a more serious tone. He was just steadily aggressive all 3 rounds, consistently landing a good number of punches. And if Brizz may have been a little more serious in the last 2 rounds and less playful, and he would have directly attacked Red the same way he attacked Ars, I may feel differently. But nonetheless, it's a close battle. I got All Red 2-1. This has been a dope card, man. Salute to Smack. You see, I spent the majority of my show talking about it. Great card. I really want to salute them for putting it together. You know, it is what it is. Some things happen. You know, some people stumble. It's becoming a regular case with bMagic and Chess. But nonetheless, it was a good card, good performances from all the artists on here. Even the ones that stumbled, they had their moments. You know, we're disappointed in them that they didn't get through, but I don't want that to be the only thing we talk about from this card, the choking and the stumbling. A lot of these guys put on a dope performances, and we really need to salute them for what they did and not so much harp on the negative side of what happened on this card. Salute to Smack, Beasley, Chico, Norves, all them dudes up there. Shot Black, what up, boy? I see you. It is what it is. bYc Radio, we're going to take one more quick break, get into some more music. It's going to be real short, and then we're going to get back to the top 5 of the week. It's bYc Radio. Cheer.
Beloved, ambushing with ambition, kicking these handwrittens, minus the man mittens. Pops was taking random leave for family needs. I'm a starving artist, I kill you for camera feed. For mom's oven, get son punished. Only thing that'll come from it is what's coming. Yo, Rev, run it. Church be seated, bow your heads. Hey man, you don't get a burst of genius. Try to go a verse with Jesus. Holy Ghost, jump, hit the road rush. Love that fast money, still take me a slow buck. Better than no cut, you broke, you don't know much. Martin had a dream, got killed cause he woke up. Know to tighten your verse before I tighten your hearse. Going at every meal, you still might be dessert. And bet I like a sale off every cipher they search. When I throw shots in every bar, no liquor license the first, I go to work.
Why he fucking yo bitch, spitting hard lyrics and taking yo money.
Yes, bYc Radio. I want to thank everyone who has stuck around this long and listen to everything I had to say about the events in battle rap as of late. I just want to leave you with my last thoughts, a segment we're going to have every now and then up here, top 5. And this week is the top 5 artists, MCs, battle rappers, whatever you want to call them. They need a push in 2018. I want to see more from them. And we're going to talk about who they are and what they need to do. So first off, we're going to set it off at number 5. Queen of the Ring. Not so much a newcomer. She's got her hands dirty for the past year or 2 or so. KCJ. I like what she did against Robin Rhymes, Farrah. Good battle against Clone on Bullpen. I would love to see her against like a E Hard or something like that. I want to see her get some more names. I think she's definitely brought some good material, whether you felt she's lost or won any of those battles that I named. And she's putting in work. You know, when I follow her on social media. Once she's back from her maternity leave, you know what I mean? Congratulations to KCJ, just had a baby. You know, once she's back with that situated, with her music situated, I definitely want to see her back doing her thing in the ring in 2018. Shout out to KCJ. Number 4, Holmesy. Holmesy the God. What up, boy? I'm definitely a fan of Holmesy, man. He had some good moments, some great moments in the Moon battle. Definitely had some moments in the Joe battle. He's performed on RBE, Trap House, Body Bag. Like, he's done his thing. And I think it's time we put him against some up-and-comers, you know, some more up-and-comers. Obviously, he's going up against up-and-comers now. But some more good up-and-comers, maybe some mid-tiers. With the Survivor Series card coming up, that would be a dope look for him. Maybe, you know, match him up with a... Well, franchise is already matched up with somebody, but I thought that would be a dope battle. But I want to see something from Holmesy. He showed me that he has the ability to control a room and really speak with conviction. And that's something that I look for in these battle MCs. And I want to see more from him. That third round against Moon was definitely epic. So, Holmesy, I want to see what you got. You need a push in 2018. Number 3. I had a lot of thoughts about putting this man at number 2, but I think he's getting a decent push. He's battled PC, Loso, Chef Trez, E-Heart. And against Shotgun Suge, he was in a different kind of bag. Same with Loso. I believe this dude is a competitor, and once he gets some of these bigger names that he deserves, I even saw him chirping that Swave on IG. If this dude can get some of the bigger names that he deserves, I think he will ascend to be the next Twork, the next, for lack of a better comparison, the next Twork, the next up-and-coming star. I think Bad News from the bullpen, I think he's a dope spitter. He's gully. He's gutter, you know what I'm saying? He brings that bully mentality to the ring no matter who he's battling against, and he's consistent. And I like what I see from Bad News. I want to put him higher, but I feel like John is going to give him that push. I think he's in the right place here at bullpen out here in the A-Town, and I think he's going to get that push. So he's going to fall through at number 3 on the top 5 of who needs a push in 2018 in the battle world. But coming in at number 2, a guy that definitely proved his worth over time. He's handled his last couple situations very well. He seems inspired. He's done his thing on the major leagues, on the minor leagues, but his next battle may be his biggest, not in the sense of who the name is, but what are we doing with this guy? He needs a push. And that guy's Jerry West, Brooklyn's own. He's got a matchup coming up against Jack Boy, if I'm not mistaken, on the Survivor Series card out in Richmond. So that's a big battle. And I think Jerry West really needs some big names. I think he's gonna prove against Jack that he's not playing no more. Ain't no sugar in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those who've seen that recent battle for Jerry. But I really think if he gets the push, and the same thing with Bad News, I talk about him being a competitor. You put the right names in front of him, I think you can get Jerry West to really show and prove that he is one of the ascending stars. Not just in URL, but in battle rap in general. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Jerry West. 2018 should be a big year for him. And it starts with this first battle of the year. And all the battles that follow after that, he's got to prove that he deserves a shot. Because I truly do believe that he does. He's coming in number 2 on Who Needs a Push here on bYc Radio. But number 1, can I get a drum roll? Sorry, that was a bad drum roll. I was banging on my damn computer. But look. This guy, man, when I thought about what I wanted the top 5 to be this week, and I came up with the Who Needs a Push, he was the first name that came to mind by a landslide. He's standing next to some guys in his crew that have kind of taken the shine off of him. And when I first saw this guy on his PG battles, against Fetty, against Snake Eyes, and most notably against Chef Trez, I saw some star qualities in this dude, and I think 2018 might be the year that he shows that he deserves a push on the solo tip, not just with the guys that are around him, not just the Tworks, not just the Jack Boy mains. Number 1, Ryder. This guy got to get a push in 2018, man. You can feel how you want about the Royal Rumble battle on Double Impact. You can say what you want about that battle. I feel like he needs some better solo battles. Like, if he can step aside from Twork and Jack Boy, I think that Ryder can prove that he's got something to say. I mean, this dude is not that animated, but he has like this subtle charisma about him. And in his metaphors, he got some mean punches. Like, that battle against Chef Trez is one of my favorite battles of that year. And he went off, bro. I think he really went off, and it showed me that he can do it on his own. Or at least it appeared that way in that matchup. Or against Fetty or against Snake Eyes. But can he do it against real competition? And that's what we need to see. We got to push him to see what he can do. I mean, he's in Cave Gang for a reason, right? He's not just there because for looks. I mean, it's Tay-Rock, it's Brizz, it's Ave, it's Cannon. All these dudes have proved their worth. And now I think it's time for Ryder to do that. 2018 Ryder, you got to get a push, man. That's the top 5. That's bYc Radio episode 2. Thank you for rocking with your boy Biz Billa. We'll be back to kick with y'all next week. I'm out this bitch. You all ready? Subscribe, comment. We out.
You are now listening to Brizz Classics Radio.